3 ways to eliminate stress and hurry from your business. Recently, I was listening to an audiobook about being present and unhurried. And about halfway through the book, it occurred to me I was listening to it on double speed while I was doing other things like driving or exercising. In other words, I was completely missing the point of the book. So as much as I'm a fan of Zig Ziglar's Automobile University idea, I made a commitment to finish that book when I could just sit and listen. And here's one of the things that I took away from that experiment. Time is not the problem, and time is not the solution. If you had more time added to your day, you just fill it up and you'd still be as busy as ever. Being unhurried takes practice and effort. It's actually more work to not be busy than it is to be busy. The book I was reading was called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. And it's a book on spiritual disciplines, but I also apply them to my business. So even if you don't share my faith, I think you will also get value out of applying these principles to your business. Now, the title alone is a lesson. The ruthless elimination of hurry. Hurry naturally happens. We have to be intentionally and ruthlessly eliminate things that are causing us to be hurried or stressed to create space for the opposite. So here's 3 tips for you at how you could eliminate stress and hurry from your business. Number 1, think time. As you might guess, silence is hard for me. But if I'm always talking or always giving the answers, when am I thinking? When am I listening? So commit to scheduling time for yourself on a weekly basis just to think. Consider the biggest problem or challenge or obstacle to your biggest goals and pose it to yourself in the form of a question in the following format. How might I solve current problem or challenge so that I can achieve desired result? For example, how might I attract and retain the top talent so that I can make this business the number 1 in our industry? Once you've taken your challenge and converted it into a high quality question, give yourself time to really think deeply about what a high quality answer might be. Then think, journal, pray, or meditate on that question without interruption in silence. Number 2, simplify your to-do list. A couple years ago, I had a very profound moment. I was driving in to my office and thinking about all the things I had on my list for that day and kind of advanced stressing about it all. And I just had this moment where I said, I don't have to do that. I could not do these things and be fine. It was a profound moment because I realized a lot of the commitments I was making were unnecessary. Now, they were all good. It was all good stuff, but they weren't necessary or even really that valuable in achieving the goals that really mattered most to me. So when you look at your to-do list for today, ask yourself, is this necessary? And how is this helping me to achieve one of my top 3 most important goals for the year? And if it's not, ruthlessly eliminate it from your list. Number 3, slow down to go fast. If you are accustomed to being busy, you don't know how to not be busy. It will feel weird. And when you start eliminating things from your schedule, if you're not intentional, you'll fill it right back up with different things. So take a tip from one of my clients. She decided when my meetings are finished for the day, I'm going home. I don't care if that's 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 6 o'clock at night. Because see, she saw her most valuable activity as running really, really effective meetings, whether that was with her team members or maybe with a top client. And once that work was done for the day, anything else only produced a marginal return. And what she found when she started going home early was it made the time that she was at the office 10 times more focused and more effective than the way she had been running her schedule before. Let me leave you with a warning. When you schedule time to think, when you simplify your commitments, or when you purposely slow down, it will be hard. But that's where the transformation takes place. If If you found this video helpful, leave me a comment and let me know, how are you eliminating stress and hurry from your business? Remember to like this video, share it, or subscribe depending on where you're watching it from. Thanks for watching.